What is up, Tarris Reed Jr.? Thanks so much for having me at UConn today.
Yeah, no problem. Glad for you to be here.
Yeah, well, it is so cool for me to be at Gamble Pavilion, just looking around this facility, the history. It is the place, and I'm sure you have so many great memories here.
Yeah.
But I love to start off every interview with my guests with, what are you all about right now? But I actually think I might know something that you are and maybe have been all about is Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah, I'll say that was probably my favorite movie growing up was Kung Fu Panda. I always had the action figure of Po the panda. So yeah, I mean my whole life I've been a huge Kung Fu Panda fan. I think the fourth movie came out 2 years ago.
See, I wouldn't know that, but I had to ask because anytime I've seen Tarris Reed, I've seen some version of a Kung Fu Panda something around. So maybe with the movies, what is your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Of course, Kung Fu Panda. Yeah, that's already gonna be up there. I'll say probably
Of the Kung Fu Pandas.
the Kung Fu Pandas. Oh, the first one for sure.
Okay.
First one by far.
And why?
I'll say villain Tai Lung.
Okay.
Understanding, like, the older I got, the more I got to understand Tai Lung. And as a kid, I used to hate him because he was, the evil bad guy. The older you get, the more you really get to understand him. And I feel like there's such a deeper meaning and a moral lesson in the first Kung Fu Panda that it will always forever be my favorite movie.
Yeah, well, that is impressive. And I heard potentially a rumor that there might be a fifth movie coming out down the line.
They need to put me in it.
They got to put you in it. But if they don't put you in it and they maybe invite you to the premiere, what UConn teammate are you bringing with you to that premiere?
Ooh, I'll probably say Alec Millender.
And why?
He's just a funny guy. I feel like he'll crack a lot of jokes and it'll be just a good time with him.
That's good. Well, I hope that you get the invite if you don't get in the next Kung Fu Panda movie. But I had to ask because I was seeing that all over with your name. And you're a senior here at UConn now. But take me back to your youth basketball days. When did you first know that you wanted to play college basketball?
I always had the dream to play college basketball. Michigan was my dream school growing up, but I never believed I could do it. It was a different between saying you want to do it, but like actually believing it. So not until really like my COVID year was that my sophomore year was when I really started getting recruited and I was ranked nationally. So I was like, okay, I could really do this thing. So I say definitely like around high school.
That's awesome. Probably was just for fun until you realize, oh, shoot, I might have a chance at this. When you think back to your high school or AAU basketball days, is there a specific team that sticks out?
I would say, I'll probably say every team I played on. I mean, I could take so many lessons growing up on the teams I played for, especially like in middle school. Like in middle school, at my middle school, I'll play point guard. That was a crazy thing. I'll play point guard at my middle school, and then
That is crazy because we were just both standing up here, and you're how tall?
6'11".
Okay, but you got some ball handling skills. We've seen it.
The tallest person on both teams, and then one side I'm playing the point guard, bringing the ball up the court, and then on my AAU team that was in the city, I was a big man. So I feel like that helped me a lot with my skills growing up and developing, and also it was pretty fun. I mean, I have a lot of clips my dad could find. Clips of me playing basketball when I was young, bringing up the ball up the court, step back threes and all that. So.
Hey, you never know who's going to be locked down on your team at the end of a game, and you might have to bring the ball up. So that is good experience. I know you have two younger brothers, Trevor and Tristan. What was it like playing basketball with them growing up?
Competitive. I mean, every day, especially me and Trevor. Me and Trevor are closer in age. We're 18 months apart. So competing with him every day, there'll be so many fights. My mom and dad used to tell us to stop fighting all the time playing basketball. I mean, it'll be games where literally we couldn't even finish the game because we're fighting. So it was just that ultra competitive just mindset we always had, just to be the best player we could. So I feel like that helped us develop.
Are you playing one-on-one? You playing pig? What are you doing? Tipping 10? One-on-one?
And it was all fouls. I mean, I would hack the mess out of my brother Trevor, and then when Tristan came along, we both are hacking him. So it was just competitive all the way around.
And I know it hasn't always just been basketball for you. I heard you're a musician and maybe play the saxophone. So when did that come in the picture for you?
When I was young. So my mom, she had a rule that all three of her boys had to either be in the choir or play an instrument. And of course, me being the first, I didn't want to be in a choir. Heck no, I couldn't do the choir. So I wanted to play the trumpet, but something happened with that, and I just ended up on the saxophone. And from 6th grade till really now, I've been playing. So I gotta play more now, but definitely my free time, I do play when I can.
I think it's awesome to have not just like a hobby, but something that you work towards too outside of your sport because it kind of brings you out of that, like, I'm all about one thing, right? And it's cool. Like,
Yeah.
you might be at a family reunion, you might be with the band here at UConn, whatever it is, and you can say, hey, I know how to do that, and I can bring that into this space.
It's
But
a good balance.
yeah, it is. That's incredible. And you're a senior here, and so I just would love to know what's it been like playing for Coach Hurley?
The Coach Hurley is the most competitive, passionate, just loving coach ever. I mean, the amount he demands out of each and every player is unreal. So playing for Coach Hurley really changed my life. I mean, transcended my college basketball career coming here to UConn and really just learning from him and the staff. I mean, I owe them everything. I mean, just coming here, taking the kid in, and just opening me with open arms, and really just grinding. I mean, came here, put my head down, and just worked. So to see myself a senior year at the basketball capital of the world is such a blessing.
That's cool. And you mentioned Michigan earlier, where you
Yeah.
started your career now here at UConn. But I'd love to know, is there something that you maybe learned while at Michigan or experienced or grew in that you were able to point back and say, man, I'm so glad I
Yeah.
went through that because now I can bring it here to my UConn experience?
Yeah. I feel like just being like a young player in the college basketball world, I just learned so much just as my time just growing up, really just going through some things that young players have to go through. And now I'm a leader on this team. So I have a lot of young guys on this team, especially Big E, another big man that's behind me. Just really just want to be that leader for him. Like do things that I didn't always have as my freshman year. Just give everything I have to my guy E.
Mm. I think that's so important because even if there's a player older than you, when you're a freshman or you're younger and they pour into you or they don't,
Yeah.
you know exactly what you're going to do when you get into that position. And you feel this almost weight on your shoulders as a leader and an older player on the team.
hmm I mean, it's a blessing, and you have to go through it. I mean, my freshman year, I had a guy named Hunter Dixon. He helped me a lot, and just learning how to play the game, learning the feel, the pace of the game. So now being in that position, I have to teach E some things about the game because he's 7 feet. He's pretty big. He's physical. So once he figures it all out and just it all clicks for him, oh my gosh, sky's the limit.
It's exciting, and it's fun to cheer on your teammates as well and watch their own
Yeah.
careers as they come. But you did make the transition from Michigan to UConn to be a Husky, and that's not an easy decision. It's a decision that a lot of college athletes are making. So what helped you through that decision-making process?
I mean, my mom and dad helped me a lot, of course, but ultimately it was my own decision. And when I say I was praying to the Lord, I mean, there were days like I'm in my car, like breaking down in tears, like I don't know where to go. Like all these schools are offering me the same thing. Like I feel like I want to go here. This is the best place for me, but something is telling me no. And when I took my visit here to UConn and left, I was like, yeah, this is the place. And I knew how tough and hard and challenging it was going to be, but I knew in order for me to grow, I had to go through it. So chose UConn, and the rest is history.
I love that story, and
Yeah,
I love that you said, "I knew it was gonna be so hard."
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I mean, I'm just looking around, right? You know what you're getting yourself
Mhm.
into, and you want as an elite athlete, you want to be the best. You want to compete for championships.
Yeah.
You want to absolutely expend your God-given athletic
Mhm.
ability, and it's so cool that you saw the opportunity to do that. But I love that you said prayer because it's really, you gotta ask the Lord for guidance in that moment.
I mean, literally just depend on him for strength, and when you feel weak, literally he has to literally carry you and just give it all to him. So my mom and dad, they helped me a good amount, but like I said, I was in the car, in the Word, praying to the Lord. It's like, Lord, where to go? Like, if it's not in your will, if it's not for me to be here, don't let it be. Cut it off. I just want to follow your path that you have for me, and wherever that is, I'll be fine. I'll be content with it.
That's awesome. And I know just to start this season, you did battle some injury, probably not what you had on the docket for yourself. Can you just describe what that part of your season was like?
Yeah. So it was this is the most I've ever been out, I think, yeah, my whole career, my whole basketball career, like my last year in college basketball. There's a lot of expectations, a lot of people looking at me to really make that jump from my last year. And then I get hurt in the preseason, so I have to miss a couple of games from that. And I come back for 3 games, and now I'm out for even more time. It's like, yo, like, what is happening? So I feel like the biggest thing was understanding God wouldn't put me through this if I can handle it. And also, what is the Lord trying to teach me in this situation, this season right now? And I feel like one of the things I learned was I all the way committed to the Lord or was I all the way committed to basketball? I feel like throughout my year going to Christ, like I grew learning that, okay, my identity is not in basketball, it's in Christ. But there's just still a little piece of me that was like, okay, I wanna follow God, but I also wanna do really good and be attached to all my results, my awards, my points, my rebounds, all that. So I feel like learning that is like, yo, just completely detached from all that. Pour everything you have into your team, pour everything you have into the Lord, and the rest will make its way. So I feel like that was the biggest thing coming back was, yo, you have to focus on him, pour everything else in your teammates, and you'll be good.
And it's also hard, like you said, that was the longest time you had been out,
Yeah.
probably ever. And I think
Yeah.
even going through that as an athlete, you forget, okay, how do I stay locked in on the sideline?
Yeah.
How do I make sure I know the plays when I'm not running them?
Yeah.
How do I, put on a smile when maybe I'm dying inside and I want to be out there so bad, right? For your teammates. And I think for athletes, it's one of the biggest missed opportunities to go through the trial
Mhm.
and completely miss what the Lord is doing, like you said, in your life. And especially, not only just X's and O's athletically, but if you take that time when you're injured to check out, to isolate yourself from the team, you're hurting yourself when you come back. And you're also, you're not being there to be an encourager for your teammates
Yeah.
when they might need someone to pour into them. So what advice would you give of how to keep the joy not only for yourself individually when it might not look good it is, but also for your team and to be able to support them in the task you're trying to do?
Yeah, it was tough for me. I mean, the first week, it was probably the hardest. Like, I completely detached from everything and everyone. But like I said, I knew deep down, like, that wasn't the right thing. So I feel like to tell other people, like, really try to pour as much as you can into the team, into others. If you really say you love and committed to your teammate, to the program, to the process, even when you out, still try to literally pour everything you have into your teammates. I mean, is that the next man up, the coaching, you can watch film, do extra rehab. But the biggest thing for me was this this is my last year of college basketball. I would never have this ever again. So I want to make the most out of it and I want to be around my team and just complete love and sacrifice for my guys and just go to war with these guys because this is it for me. This is my senior year. So
Isn't it crazy when you get to your senior year and
yeah.
you hit that end of the next semester, you start realizing, I love this team meal. I'm so happy to live in this
Yeah.
dorm or whatever it is.
You feel with gratitude. You like looking around, just so thankful for it all. I mean, it's crazy how I'm at my last year, going into my last semester, and now I'm realizing, wow, look at the Lord, look what the Lord has blessed me with, and I wish I could have known this in my freshman year. That's what I'm saying. Like I have to pour everything into the team, and especially my guy E. Like, be grateful for it, man, because this is it for me. I'm done after this.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And I'm sure and I'm excited to cheer your basketball career on beyond UConn, but it really does come into focus as you get older in your career. But you have been outspoken about your faith on social media, and I'd love to know just when did you really start pursuing the Lord?
Man. So my whole life, quick testimony, my whole life, I grew up in a Christian household. Mom, dad raised me. When you're in trouble, you pray to the Lord. When you're in trouble, the Lord's gonna help you. Let Jesus take the wheel. For the longest, I had my parents' faith. My parents' faith was holding me for the longest until I got to college. And when I got to college, my first semester, it was like a whole new world. Like everything just opened up to me. Like literally, I'm a college athlete on campus. Everyone knows who I am. Like a lot of a lot of things can go wrong there. And I was blessed to like go through that to understand that I need the Lord. So I was with my strength coach one day in the weight room, and we were just talking about the Lord, and he asked me, like, "Tarris, have you ever read the are you Christian?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm Christian. Have you ever read the Bible?" I said, "No." And he challenged me to read the Gospels, the first 4 book of the New Testament. So I went home, I read it, okay, I understood a little bit, and then I got to Matthew, I think it was 5 through 7, the parable, not the parable, the Sermon on the Mount, and Jesus talking about if your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off. Man, I closed the Bible, I laid down, I almost started crying because I didn't understand what he was talking about. I was like, how does the Lord want me to play basketball when he told me, like, to cut off my hand? So I woke up the next morning, I looked up what it meant, and
That's pretty
yeah, I
funny
had
now
to look
looking
because I
back.
needed to understand, like,
Like, I need this
I was like,
hand.
this Jesus guy is crazy. What does he
How am
want
I
me to
supposed to dunk?
cut off my hand? Like, what the heck? So I woke up the next morning, looked it up, did some more research about it, really got to understand where Jesus was coming from. And then from there, I mean, my whole life changed. Like, it was just like, Jesus just wiped my eyes clean. I got to see the world through a whole new lens. And that's really where my journey began. Like, that's where the seed my whole life just grew and just started blossoming from there. So ever since then, I've been a changed man for Christ after the Lord's own heart. And yeah, I'll never forget. I think, yeah, it was that. I went home for break around this time during my freshman year, and I told my mom everything. I was like, Mom, I was doing this, X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. But Mom, I also found the Lord. Mom, this is what
Mm.
happened. I grew here. I finally understand what you've been teaching me all these years, Mom. And the look on her face, I never seen to this day. She was disappointed, but yet so happy at the same time. And my mom was just filled with like so much joy. I could just see her face right now. She was like, "Oh my gosh, like he's finally understands." So I felt like that was like a huge, huge step for me.
Well, thank you for sharing all of
Yeah,
that. It's
yeah,
such
quick.
a beautiful. No,
Yeah,
I loved it, and I'm so glad that you just shared your story because number one, like your mom, to hear the relationship that you have
yeah,
with your mom as well has got to be incredible to be that vulnerable and say, "Hey, this is what
yeah,
this is the way I've been living, but like, look at how cool and how the Lord has redeemed this." And also, you're also honoring your mom in that moment, saying like, "Thank you for teaching me these things. Thank you for pouring into me and like planting that seed," right? Because I think that's what we're called to do. We're not called to like save all these people. We're called to just share the gospel and tell them about the Lord, and it's up to the Lord to do the rest. And so I love that you shared that, and I think it's such a beautiful story. And yes, college is so hard.
yeah,
You have the environment, being a believer, you
yeah,
have the environment of college, you have the spotlight of college athletics,
yeah.
and then you just have the busyness of basketball. Like,
Mhm.
when am I going to sleep? When am I going to eat? What do I go to class? Like,
Yeah,
all those things. And then you try to insert, really following the Lord. It is hard. So, you mentioned the strength coach that
mhm,
really impacted you at Michigan, but what are maybe some things that you've done throughout your week or your day or
yeah.
just being in college that have helped you stay grounded?
I've grown so much and just really being able to build my routine because it's so easy, like you said, to get caught up in the daily, day-to-day life and forget about God or either put him on the back burner. So the biggest thing for me is like I wake up and you have to like get in the word. If that's listen to the Bible on the way to school, read a devotional. I like to read I like to play the audio on my iPad and read out my Bible. And yeah, I feel like getting the word is like the biggest thing. Like start your day like in the morning. And I feel like me when in the morning is waking up and getting my daily bed, reading the word. So I feel like building a strong routine could just help so much. And like I said, I didn't learn that until like last year, really, my junior year. Like, okay, a strong routine will help me a lot. And starting my day and ending my day with the Lord.
I love that. Is there a specific moment that you can think back to, maybe just in your time in college basketball, where you're like, man, I needed to depend on the Lord's strength because
Yeah.
my own was not cutting it?
Man, I could name games, practices, weeks, days, months. I mean, I say the biggest one recently was last year when it was around this time, conference play, when I was just playing bad basketball. I mean, I was not playing up to the standard, the UConn standard. I wasn't playing as hard as I can. I wasn't actively giving it all I have, and I was just struggling mentally, and it was just tough moment for me. but I always like depended on the Lord and his strength. And the verse James 1:2, consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, when you face trials of many kind, because the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its course so that you can be made complete, lacking nothing. And man,
woo, you just recited a whole scripture. Come on, that deserves a round of applause.
That helped me so much. Just this is pure joy, joy, joy. Like I'm going through this for a reason. Like try to find the good in it. And I feel like finding the good in every bad situation can just help so much, and like rely on the Lord's strength. Like Lord, you have it. Like I cast all my worries and anxiety. What's that? 1 Peter 5:7. I cast all my worries and anxiety onto you, Lord. Just give it to Him. You got it. So, but that's been so big for me.
I think that's such the truth that you said about, oh man, I got so many things. It could be practice, it could be game, I got, whatever it is. And there were countless times in my college career and even just my life now when, maybe I had a tough meeting with my coaches, or I messed up in one drill, one rep of one drill, or we had a really tough loss in on a national championship stage. Like it could be a big moment, it could be a small moment. The Lord is always there. And I think that is what's so awesome, is that he's just waiting for you to go to him. And whether it's the small moment, the big moment, and that's what's so awesome to have him there. But I got to know, because as Christians, we're called to do life with others. And it's not easy, like we've been talking about, to walk this life alone. Who are some people maybe just in your life right now who have really helped you pursue the Lord?
Shout out my guy George Van Haften, Michigan, and my guy Kevin Everhart. I mean, we started a Bible study at Michigan with a lot of guys on the Michigan team, basketball team, and some of the managers. So, especially my guy George. I mean, we call each other like once every week, if not 2 weeks, to just talk and catch up about everything. And he was like the one that we really started to like really just had this fire for the Lord. And I'll never forget the first time we're sitting out in the Diag at Michigan, just trying to plan out, yo, how we gonna start this Bible study, man? Like where is this gonna go? And from there it just grew. So forever love you, my guy George.
I love that. That's so great. And let's talk about this year's UConn men's basketball team. I'm looking at Campbell Pavilion right now, and it's empty. We're the only two people here. But I can just imagine what it is like when it is full, packed with diehard Husky fans. But what's maybe something that even the biggest UConn men's basketball fan does not know about your team that they should know?
Man, that's tough. I feel like we have a lot of team of believers this year, and I feel like it's my job to really help help the seed grow. And I feel like I've been talking to Mr. V a lot, trying to get a Bible study going. And I got a couple guys on the team right now that we're trying to get it set in motion. So hopefully when we come back from break, it can be all set.
I love that. And really taking it on, right? Because I think the preparation that you do off the court is just as important as the preparation that you do on the court. And we mentioned Coach Hurley earlier, but what are maybe a phrase or something that he's been saying all season that he is trying to hit home with your team right now?
Everything in relentless pursuit. I mean, we have a team, we have a roster, we have a squad that can really win it all again this year. And when he says it's going to take literally everything, I mean, it's every rep, every possession, every defensive ball screen, rebound, and just us watching back film and going to each practice is like, yeah, it's going to really take everything. Like the last bit you have to give it all. And I feel like we can do that this year in order to win the national championship.
There are a lot of teams that are also hunting for a national championship. How often does your team bring up the phrase national championship?
I mean, we don't really bring it up that often. It's just always in the back of our head, and we really know what it is. Like we know what we're working for, but we're really trying to take it a step at a time. And right now, we're trying to win the Big East regular season, and then win the Big East conference tournament. So we're taking it one goal, one step at a time, and really just try to be the best team we can.
There are a lot of mountains and peaks to climb before you get to that one, but it is very exciting. I know for me, when I was in college, there was always one drill when the coach said it, and it could be a 6 a.m. practice, it could be a walkthrough, it could have been the most intense practice ever, and they said that we got to do that drill. erupted. The team erupted in joy. They were so excited. So what's the one drill here at UConn that you absolutely love?
Well, it's tough because it's not really like a drill. It's like a segment. So we have a segment where we play live, like up and down. So I'll probably say up, back up, um, drop, touch, change. It's like where we're actually like playing. It's like that part of practice where we get most of the drills out the way and we're just playing. That's like the best. That's like the meat and potatoes of practice right there.
Can you say, what was it? Up, back, touch?
Up, back up. So
Up, back up.
three lengths of the court. Drop, touch, change. So we're on defense. Coaches say drop, where the offensive player drops the ball. Touch, the defensive player has to touch half court and run back, or change where they swap. So those are like my probably favorite two drills.
I like it. And off the court, do you have a favorite off the court memory with this team so far this year?
So far, that's a probably just us going to dinner. We have a nice hibachi spot up the street called Asian Bistro.
Okay.
So we went there during the preseason. Oh, and we had an escape room. That was pretty cool.
Escape room?
Yeah.
Who was the best at the escape room?
Our team lost, so I don't know.
Oh, you don't know. Oh, who was it with? Your team on the team?
It was our team, and then it was cut in half. So it was one team goes to this room, one team goes to this room, and whoever finishes first wins. And I won last year. We won last year, but we lost this year.
I did escape room one time. I was so bad at it.
It's tough. It is tough. It takes a lot of critical thinking.
Yeah.
And it was very challenging.
For sure. What is your hibachi order when you go?
Ooh, I don't get rice. I get brown. Well, I do get rice. I get brown rice with chicken, steak, shrimp, light oil, no butter. And yeah, that's it.
Nice. Healthier. I like that.
Yep.
When you said going to dinner, my first thought was, oh no, Tarris, don't be the BC basketball player at the press conference when you graduate, going out to eat. One last question for me. When you're gearing up for game day, do you wear headphones or no headphones?
Headphones.
And what are you listening to?
Maverick City, Elevation Worship. I like worship music before games, and maybe some rap, but a lot of worship music. Really, I don't know, gets me in that zone and just calms all the nerves and just gets it off of me.
I love it. Well, I'm excited to watch you the rest of the season and cheer on UConn men's basketball. It is so cool to be here with the Huskies today. So thanks so much for sharing your story.
Thank you.